Hey gorgeous, I'm back today and I think today's topic might surprise you, especially if you are familiar with me and my work. Today we're talking about how to manifest your specific person. Now I want to begin by sharing my honest thoughts about this concept and some of the ways that I've seen it being used and my own personal problems with it. And then I'll share with you how I use this in my own life in a way that is more aligned to my personal values. So the way that I'm not aligned with this concept is when we can get really fixated on one person that may not necessarily want us or is good for us, but because of our emotional attachment to this person, maybe we are addicted to struggle love, maybe we're addicted to chasing people that don't really want us. There can be a lot of childhood trauma attached to this. This is where I really have a problem with putting in so much energy, time, resources in manifesting the person that probably should not even be in our life. So that's where I have a problem with it. The other place I have a problem with it is I believe in free will. I believe that free will is so important that God doesn't even infringe on our free will. We have the free will to believe in God or not believe in God, right? If God didn't believe this, he wouldn't have given us the option to even believe in himself. So this is something I really like to honor. And me focusing my attention on one specific person energetically to me feels like I'm infringing on someone's free will. Also, I come from the mindset that I do not want something that doesn't want me. I want to desire something that desires me back in all the ways, right? So that's my thing. So kind of just giving you that disclaimer. However, in my personal life, I have used this unintentionally, unknowingly, and now that I look back, this may actually serve people for me to share. So as you guys know, when I manifested my husband, I was doing rotational dating, I had a love list, I was using very actively the law of attraction from The Secret DVD. And I manifested a roster of men that I was rotational dating. And my husband, when he came into my life, he matched my love list to the T and he proposed to me in 2 weeks. So it worked really, really quickly for me. When we got married, both of us had a lot of inner work to do. And what happened is that we started bringing up those things to heal them. And what we started having was what I call container issues in our work. And this is really important, and I see this in a lot of couples, is when you get together and you feel comfortable and safe in a relationship, a lot of stuff that has been buried inside of you comes up to be healed, but it can cause conflict in the relationships while it's healing. So when all of this conflict started coming into our marriage, us having misunderstandings over little things, communication issues, I would go back to what I knew, which was the law of attraction, and I would, put my husband's name on my vision board. I'm already married to the guy, so obviously I'm manifesting a specific person at this point to take our relationship to the next level. And we kept having communication issues. We kept arguing. We would be good for a while, and then we'd start arguing over the dumbest things because we both had different personality styles as far as attachment issues and all that stuff. So all this stuff was happening, and I had this one moment just crying out to God saying, what the hell, like I've done everything, I've done my inner work, I'm using all the law of attraction stuff and it always works for me, but in this one area, why isn't it working? And I just had this whole moment of release when I was literally just crying and breaking down, sitting in front of my vision board. And I remember just after I was done crying and all the things, I got this download to remove my husband's name from my vision board, to stop desiring that he change to meet me at this new level of romance that I was desiring. And in every way, our marriage was amazing. You know, we were happy, our bills were paid, we were living in a comfortable house. We were respectful with each other most of the time. Sometimes we would argue and say things that we didn't really mean. But, we had a good marriage, but I wanted something more. I wanted more romance. I wanted to take it to the next level. So all of a sudden, when I got this download, remove his name, I removed it, but I kept the qualities that I was still wanting, the next level thing. And It was like a miracle how fast things change. I still, over a decade later, cannot believe it. It changed so quickly. And what I learned from that process was when I was putting my husband's name on the vision board, I was also holding the vision of all the ways I thought it wouldn't happen. I would say things like, oh, well, that's just not in his personality to do that. Or we're just not like that. We're not that kind of a couple. So because I was focusing on a specific person, it was actually harder to manifest the thing. The minute I removed him off my vision board, which is hard to do when you're already married to the person, right? But all of a sudden, it was like God just changed the person out. It was like that person got taken out and another one it was like him, but like a better version, an even better version. He was amazing already, but it's like that romance that I was desiring showed up. Now, the interesting thing was my personality also changed. There were things that I was doing to block this romance into coming in when I was holding the vision of him doing these things and him giving these things. I was putting all the burden, all the power in his hand versus seeing this as a dynamic that both of us were creating. And at the end of the day, honestly, I just want to have a certain type of relationship and feel a certain way. So it doesn't matter how it comes to me. Now, of course, when you're married, you want it to come from your partner, but then you're also holding this image of them not being able to give it to you. So even in a marriage, when I removed the specific person's name and then all of the blockages that I had assigned to this person, who was my husband, all of a sudden, the things I needed to do corrected and the things he needed to do just fell into place, and bam, bam, the romance fell in. That was like the missing link. Everything else was good. And from there on, every time there's a new desire that's come into me, where I'm like, oh, I love where we are, I love where things are going, but I also want, and I want this, and I also want this, right? Not but like, and. I don't focus on him, which is really bizarre, I know, when it's your husband. You have to let go and believe that you get to have this new next level. Even if you think that it's gonna be hard or this person's personality, you have to let it go and focus on the intention of what you desire, and it will come to you so fast. If you are not married, I think especially then I would personally not focus on a specific person. I would focus on specific qualities, specific frequencies of what I desire. How do I want to feel in this relationship? How do I want the other person to feel in this relationship? What do I want to co-create without putting the burden on this one specific person? And if that is my person, and if that's a soul desire, not a chemical desire, not a familiarity desire because I'm addicted to struggle love, then I believe that what is mine cannot be taken away from me, and it will come to me. So this will help you if you are not sure that you've done enough inner work where this is really a soul manifestation or something that is coming from an unhealthy, unhealed place in you. Then more so you should let the person go and focus on those healthy qualities that you want to manifest. And if God wants to give it to you from that specific person, it shall come from that person. But if not, it's going to be something even better that you may not be able to see at this exact moment. But trust me, this or something better, this and something better, both of those mindsets have been such a key component to my manifesting journey. So I hope this video finds you well. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe. I also have a ton of other videos on manifesting. I have been manifesting for 16, 17 years now. I discovered the law of attraction in 2006, 2007, and I have manifested all of the big things, all of the medium things, and all of the little things in my life. And I love talking about manifestation and also teaching my students and my clients. So subscribe, check out my other videos, and if you are being called to, go ahead and sign up for your freebies, which are a free activation audio, wealth activation audio, my cord cutting meditation. You really need to cut your cords with people. And remember, that doesn't mean you can't have that. Like cord cutting just means you're letting go of the attachment, and then whatever is best for you will come to you, whatever you're really aligned to. So that's in there. You also get my free masterclass on being resourceful. source is the key thing right there. So all of that is linked in the description box, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.